So headed into the boundary waters. Actually, we're in the boundary waters already. And we're here for the next 7-ish days. We just put in at number 39 Baker Lake. That's what we're on now. We'll actually be coming up to a portage quite quickly, so. Okay, first portage. We made it. Okay, the first portage is down. Short one for our first one. It was only 10 rods. Yeah, technically we're on the Temperance River. So we're going through this little shallow section here, and then we'll be in the Peterson Lake. Okay, not bad. Lots of, a lot more current there than I expected. And you got all sorts of rocks just under the edge of the water. And at least the nice thing is they've been struck so many times by aluminum canoes. They're all has silver edges, so it made them a little easier to see. They got about 2 inches of rain up here between yesterday and the night before, so I'm guessing water's up just a little bit. So as I said earlier, we're going to be doing seven days out here, and we're basically doing the Cherokee Loop, but we're adding on a little hookup to Frost Lake. We're going to spend an extra day up on Frost Lake. So somewhere back in here is our 3-rod portage. Is it possibly just this? I don't understand, because this would be less than a rod. So it's 3 rods if you go that way. It's half a rod if we go this way. I guess this way is a little bit of a gamble. There's some fast moving water and some shallow rocks, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. I think we're going to go this way. And just like that, that portage became a liftover. So 2 portages down. I believe I have 4 left to go for today. Right now I'm thinking about staying on South Temperance Lake. Welcome to Kelly Lake. I hear what sounds like one of the beavers. So that's the Temperance River coming into Kelly Lake, and we're just about to hit the portage. I believe that takes us into Jack Lake. Yep, Jack Lake, and it's a 65 rod portage. Okay, we're off of Kelly Lake and on to Jack Lake. So that was a 65 rod portage, and we still have an 80 and a 240 coming today. And I think there's one other. Is there one other portage in there? Maybe that's it. I was hoping by this point to see a little bit more wildlife. And I've seen some songbirds, and then I saw merganser just as I was getting on at Baker Lake. Just trying not to hit rocks. There's 2 campsites on Jack Lake, and I don't know, maybe you can make it ahead, but pretty much at my 12 o'clock is the landing for the more southern of the 2. Somewhere here is the portage that takes us into Weird Lake. It's only 12 rods. I'm off the portage from Jack to Weird. So this is Weird Lake we're on now, or coming into. There's a teeny tiny waterfall on that portage. I did triple portage it. It was only a very short walk over a little hill, so I figured why push myself and get hurt. I still have 2 additional portages today, and they're both longer portages, well, longish. First one's 80 rods, so not super huge, but it'll be the longest one yet. And then after that, there's a 240 rod portage. Looks like I got another obstacle in front of me. Is this a little bit of a beaver dam? Pretty sure it is a beaver dam. I don't know how I'm going to get over it. I have to wait and see here. Looks like the beavers are increasing the level of the lake by 2 inches here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh. We're over the beaver dam. There's a few bigger rocks near the edge of the water here, so. So I may have figured out why it's called Weird Lake. And my thought on that is there's 2 rivers that run through Weird Lake. You got the Temperance River running from north to south, and then you've got the, what is it, Vern River? Yeah, the Vern River running from west to east through the lake. That's my guess. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know of many lakes that have 2 rivers running through them, and those rivers are running 2 different directions. So we're just pulling up to the portage. This is the 80 rod portage, and this is going to take me from Weird Lake actually into the Temperance River. I don't believe take another quick look at the map. Yeah, there's no real lakes between here and the next portage. Okay, so into the Temperance River now. I just got off that 80 rod portage. It was not fun. A lot of rocks, muddy in places. It was fairly flat. That was the one good thing about it, but other than flat, looks like we got remains of a beaver dam here. Let's see if we can get through this. But you're probably hearing a bunch of wind in my mic right now, and that's because come on. Okay. The reason you are probably hearing more wind in my mic is because I accidentally dunked my DSLR camera when getting out of the canoe on the other side of the portage, and I basically the only thing I see that's an issue is my dead cat got soaking wet, and so it's sitting here drying now, but that's what cuts the wind on your mic, is that dead cat. And then going to put my dry bag into the canoe, and I realize that the bottom is starting to split. So one, it's no longer waterproof, and two, everything could possibly come falling out of the bottom, and I got a 240 rod portage coming up, so I'm gonna have to take a look at it when I get to the portage, and then I guess we're doing some field repair when we get to camp tonight. I'm just coming off the 240 rod portage. Sorry you didn't get to see the other side. My battery died just as I was getting there. But I met two different groups on that portage. It's not horrible, it's just long. And yeah, so now we are on South Temperance, and we just need to find a campsite. Okay, so this is the landing for our site. We're going to be, it's kind of a hilltop here that we just went around. Not the greatest landing in the world. I'm going to get out and take a look at it because I've never been to this site. But we will probably end up staying here. I'm gonna work on this giant hole that's in the bottom of my bag, and I'm afraid I'm gonna use the speedy stitcher, which is this thing, but I'm afraid that as I poke holes in it, it's just gonna want to tear more. I started taping this up after I stitched it and almost forgot to show you the stitching. Hopefully you can see this a little bit right here, but I stitched it all the way across. Now I'm putting another layer of tape across it to protect the stitching, and then hopefully to hold the bag together as well. But there's the finished repair. Hopefully it'll last the rest of the week, and we'll get out of here without issue. If not, I can see what else I can do and continue on and make another repair. Good morning. I don't know how long I slept. It's probably close to 9 when I got to bed, and now it's almost 8. And I had no intention of sleeping that long, but I feel really good. And it's a beautiful morning. So I'm gonna get some breakfast made quick and some coffee, get packed up, and get the heck out of here. So we're off our campsite on South Temperance. I believe it was 908 was the campsite number. And we're headed towards the portage for North Temperance. We got some rough portages today. I'm going to see how these first 3 portages go. And if they go all right, I will stay with my plan to go to Frost Lake. I'll have 3 additional portages. And I think overall they're going to total over 200 rods. But we'll see. When I get to Cherokee Lake, I'll make a decision there. So we're coming into our first portage of the day. This goes from South Temperance to North Temperance, and it should be a fairly flat 55 rod portage. And then we'll be on to North Temperance. Okay, this is North Temperance Lake. So our first portage for the day is done. Went pretty well. Fairly flat portage, a lot of rocks. We're on that long western arm of North Temperance Lake. And somewhere up there should be the portage. I think I see the landing. We're still quite a ways out, so. So this is the portage landing coming out of North Temperance and going into Sitka. So we're off that portage and on to Sitka Lake, and we just have a really short paddle across this lake to get to the next portage. I'm going to let you go here. One, I want to get this camera out of the rain, and two, I need to start working on this portage. It's going to be a long one, a long, tough one. I guess not even all that long, moderately long, but tough. I just came off the portage, and it is up and down and rocky. And then of course it started to rain when we started, so I ended up triple portaging it. It was between the rain and the rocks, the ground being slick. I just didn't want to hurt myself. So the rain really made up my mind. I'm soaking wet. So I'm gonna find a camp here on Cherokee and call it good. Sorry you missed the last hour and 20 minutes of me running around checking campsites, but it's been raining on and off and on, and just having problems finding anything that would really work for my hammock. I'm not 100% sure this is going to work either, but it's been the best choice so far. So tonight for dinner we're going to make some rice and beans, and I've got some of this Korean pork jerky. Okay, so the rice and beans and pork are all done. Let's give her a try here. I'll make sure we get a piece of pork on that. There it is. Oh, that was good. We're gonna spend 2 nights at this campsite. Like I said, originally I was supposed to go up to Frost, but with the rain coming today, I was just too cold and wet to try to make it up there. Plus that was 3 more portages. For now I'm gonna head back. I need to clean up the last of the kitchen, and then I also need to get my hammock set up. You probably can't see this too well, but I'm sure you can hear it.